Hi everyone, Dr. Jeff Heath here, principal at Portsmouth High School. I hope you're all doing well. We wanted to share out our recent assessment and data review items specific to our AP exams, PSATs, SAT, and next generation science assessment. So I'm here today with our assistant principal of assessment and instruction, Jeff Rose. So Jeff and I are going to tackle this brief presentation just to give a state of the state and so that everyone understands how things are going. To that end, this presentation, is going to go over a couple of different aspects, as I just alluded to. The first being our AP excellence and participation, as well as our student performance on advanced placement exams. Second, we're talking about positive trends in PSAT and SAT math and ERW, that's English reading and writing scores, and also our sustained excellence in our next generation science assessment and GSA testing.
So to begin, we'll take a look at our AP results from 24-25, and really we're raising the bar in both enrollment and achievement, which is a tremendous asset to our school and to our AP programming. The number of individual students that are enrolling in AP coursework is increasing, along with the number of individual exams that we're giving. What's excellent to see is that not only are we administering more exams, but the percentage of exams earning a score of 3 or higher are also increasing, which you'll see in the data to follow. And the percentage of students that are enrolling in 5 or more AP courses, which is a rigorous threshold that the College Board sets, that percentage is increasing as well. So specifically to our enrollment, the blue line follows the past 6 years in terms of the number of exams that we've administered, and the red line is the number of individual students that are enrolled in an AP class. As you can see in 24-25, we administered 447 exams to 258 students, both of which were highs for that time span. And then in 2026, we're scheduled or projected to administer 520 exams to 291 students. Those are both record highs at Portsmouth High School, and we're excited to see the growth of our AP programming happen at such a tremendous rate this year.
And one of the things, just to chime in from myself, is this is also important to recognize that there isn't a third bar on this graph, but it's been pretty well documented publicly at school committee meetings and such that our enrollment has actually declined pretty significantly since 2021. The hope is that we can turn that around in the future with CTE, career and technical education students, and things of that nature. But it's pretty impressive to see AP scores going up, students going up, the number of exams being administered across a smaller population of students.
That's a great point. And this slide accentuates that. So instead of looking at just the raw number of students taking an exam, this is the percentage of students. So we, for this school year, 25-26, are crossing the threshold for the first time in our school history where the majority of eligible students are actually enrolled in at least one AP class. Eligible students here at Portsmouth High School just means students that are in their sophomore, junior, or senior year. We don't currently have any AP classes that are available to freshmen, so more than half of our students in grades 10 through 12 are enrolled in at least one AP exam this year, which is a tremendous feat. And the increase in enrollment is also accompanied with an increase in performance. So you can see the line of best fit here. This is our percentage of exams that are earning a score of 3 or higher since 2021, and that line is trending up. A 3 or better is College Board's threshold for a passing score and a score that a college will typically accept for college credit. So that's like the benchmark that we want to see our students achieving, and we have a large number of our students taking AP exams, and the vast majority of them are earning college credit based on their performance on those tests. And one thing that College Board started doing in the 22-23 school year was recognizing schools for their participation and their achievement in AP classes. And we are happy to report that we will be receiving our 3rd consecutive gold medal with the College Board. They have 3 different metrics that they use to calculate what medal you earn. College Culture talks about the percentage of students that are enrolled in at least one AP class. College Credit talks about how many of those students are earning college credit with a score of 3 or better. And college optimization is a really rigorous task or a benchmark to hit. And for that one, you need to take at least 5 AP exams in your time in high school, and the first one has to be no later than your sophomore year. So our seniors who graduated last year in 24-25, a third of that class had taken 5 AP exams, and one of them at least starting in their sophomore year. So really, really great work there.
Yeah, and if we just build off of that, if anybody, watched our recent school committee presentation where we presented the program of studies for this upcoming 26-27 school year, one of the highlights was that we are continuing to add courses here at Portsmouth High School so that we can kind of maximize the options that students have to pursue their interests while going through their program. And one of the things that kind of dovetails with this presentation is that one of the new course offerings, or two of the new course offerings to be more specific, are AP Micro and Macroeconomics. So the hope is that we'll have that level of interest from our students, particularly our business students is who we're thinking of, but it could potentially be applicable to any students to offer even more AP offerings than we already have out there on the books. So it's an exciting addition for this upcoming school year, looking to continue to, promote our AP programming and get those advanced placement opportunities for our, not only just the hard performers, but in the data that we've been reviewing, students that might not have taken an AP course yet, but all metrics show that they should, take a stab at an AP course.
And this is just giving kind of a broad overview of how our students at Portsmouth did in comparison to test takers across the state and globally. AP is an international organization. Students from schools all over the world are taking AP exams, and you can see across different core content areas, AP English, biology for science, calculus for math, and European history for social studies, our students at Portsmouth High School are far exceeding the proficiency percentages when compared to their peers across the state and across the world.
That's really exciting to see.
And now we can take a closer look at the trajectory or the trends over the past 5 years for each of the different AP courses that we offer. So these are the scaled scores, the average scaled scores that our students at Portsmouth High School earned in each of the AP exams going back from 2021 all the way through to last school year 24-25. And you'll see for the vast majority of these graphs, just like the percentage of students earning a 3 or better, these are all trending in a positive direction as well. So we can just kind of click through these. Feel free to pause the video and take a look at any of them in particular. The computer science one there, that has the most fluctuation, and that's because at Portsmouth High School we offer 2 different AP computer science classes in alternating years. Social studies, you can see a significant increase there in US history. That's a testament to the tremendous work that's happening. And what's most exciting about that course is that's our course for sophomores. That's the course where this is the student's first experience with AP, and we're doing some tremendous work there.
Yep.
Positive trends across the majority of our science exams as well. And our visual arts are doing well. This is a testament to our visual arts CTE and the work that's happening in our art suite. So shifting gears to our state assessments, PSAT 10 and SAT. These are the culminating tests for our sophomores when it comes to their reading and writing skills as well as their math proficiency. And ERW rates, they remain consistently high. We have about 3 out of 4, 75% of our students are meeting or exceeding expectation on the evidence-based reading and writing assessments, and our math proficiency rates for both the PSAT 10 and the SAT are showing positive growth from 23-24 into 24-25. So these graphs are diverging bar charts, and they kind of show how one year compares to the next, and you'll see that in 23-24 we had about 80% of our students demonstrating proficiency in reading and writing. In 24-25 that dipped a little bit, but that's still a tremendous number of students that are demonstrating proficiency in reading and writing, and we're far exceeding our state average in 24-25. And on the SAT for our seniors, we can see the growth on the right-hand side of that graph. We went from 50.5% of our students meeting expectation and only 19.2 exceeding, all the way up to almost 78% of our students meeting or exceeding expectations there on the in-school SAT in 24-25. Shifting gears to our math performance on the PSAT 10, we see a significant increase in both the green and the blue, and reducing the amount of graph over there on the left-hand side of that vertical bar. We're up to about 48%, 49% of our students demonstrating proficiency in math, as compared to about 26% across the state. And in the SAT, we see some growth here as well, to about 44% of our students demonstrating proficiency on the math SAT. Finally, we'll take a look at our next-gen science assessment. Science proficiency rates remain high. PHS has historically done very, very well on the Next Gen Science Assessment in 23-24. We were the #1 school in the state, and as of 24-25, our proficiency rates actually climbed. So our students performed better this past school year than they did in 23-24. And this kind of shows that story. We have a tremendous number of our students in the green and the blue, and again, far exceeding the state average of only about 31% of students demonstrating proficiency.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note that Mr. Rose's point, we were #1 in the state last year, and we have been for the last couple of years. Despite the increase in proficiency, we actually did dip a few slots. I believe we're 4 right now in the state. There were some other schools that leapfrogged us, but we're working with our science department, really overtime to make sure that we're, regaining with the pace of the rest of the state. Still great things happening in our science department. Students having a wonderful experience, both in the classroom, but also by assessment metrics. As you can see, they're going up. But that is just one area for us that we consider an area for growth that we're really going to push forward with. And that's pretty much it for our presentation. So once again, we wanted to keep it brief, but we did want to give everyone the opportunity to kind of hear the state of the state in regards to our assessment results, knowing that we are coming up on the holiday season. It will be spring before you know it, and we'll be back taking our in-school state testing, which happens in early March, and then for science a little bit later in the school year. So as I said, I'm Dr. Jeff Heath. I'm the principal here at Portsmouth High School.
And Jeff Rose, Assistant Principal of Assessment Instruction. Thanks for following along with us, and we'll be back next year with another update to all of these metrics.
Yep. Take care, everyone, and have a great holiday season.